So, hey there, amazing humans. Welcome to Nuskas with Anushka, the podcast where curiosity meets connection. Let me start by introducing our guest for today. She is a true rock star in the digital marketing space and is currently the co founder of Budding Influencers, an influencer marketing agency that has taken the industry by storm. Her achievements are impressive. Her agency has been awarded Startup of the Year 2022-2023, and she has been recognized as one of the top 10 women in corporate Mumbai 2023. Her work has also been celebrated with the Best Beauty Campaign Award for Sugar Women's Day. Her journey is an inspiration to many, and I am thrilled to have her here share her insights, experiences, and expertise with us today. She is none other than Sanober Surani. So, what does your morning to night routine look like on a perfect day?
So I would say that if I wake up at around 8, then I think that's the perfect day for me. I get time to do my workout, my meditation, go to office, align my work, and leave office on time. That's around 6, 7. Then come home, read some book, or say watch some TV, or I just go out, meet my couple of friends. So I think that's a perfect day for me when I get time for myself.
But the question is, does it really happen often?
No, it doesn't. Like right now, there is festive season going on, so I don't think I've left office anytime before 8 lately. So yeah, today also because I'm working from home, I think I can shoot this episode.
Uh-huh. I'm grateful that you have a work from home today and we could make this happen. So, Sanobar, tell us more about what you enjoy doing outside of work and what is your favorite pastime?
So if you ask me, I really like reading books whenever I'm free, or I really like whenever I have time, or on the weekends I like going to swimming, or else I just like to chill at home with my friends, or just like chill, watch a nice movie or something like that. I think that's like a chill day for me.
Mm-hmm. What kind of movies do you watch? What genres are you like, do you like the most?
So I kind of like thriller. I
Love.
really like watching thriller movies, web series, and everything, and also comedy.
Lovely. Even I love these two genres, but I would also add for me it'll be also crime and a little bit of rom-com. So yes, I
Yeah, for me, crime is also there, but rom-com, no. I feel it raises a lot of expectations in life.
I swear. I just feel that Bollywood, what they show and what happens in reality is completely contradicting and it sets your expectations to another level, I'm sure.
I agree. I totally agree.
So, Sanovar, how do you prioritize self-care? Do you practice mindfulness exercises into your daily routine to support your mental well-being?
Yes, so yeah, of course I do meditation, but with that I also do journaling. Like whenever I'm like quite frustrated or anything, like I know I cannot vent out my emotions to anyone, so I just write it down. So recently I also, like read this thing about scripting, that if you want to manifest something, or you want to achieve something in your life, you should start scripting, like start writing in present tense about whatever you want in detail, and it helps you manifest that. So I also started doing that lately, and I think like I kind of like it also, and I think I've like started achieving also a couple of things. So I think that's also something that I'm going to start doing now. Like I'm going to start scripting everything.
I've been seeing a lot of reels and YouTube videos on manifestation, and there are so many people out there who are, trying to tell us what is a technique for manifesting. So, do you
Yeah.
follow any particular person or any particular technique which has been like which has done wonders for you or it's working for you, and you would like to share with us?
So yeah, that's what I was talking about. So it's scripting. So I think scripting was something that I learned about from social media. I like kind of I did a research on that. So then I realized that there are two types of ways that you can manifest things. Write things and then they manifest things, or they draw pictures, or they do something, and it helps them to manifest easily. And then there are people who imagine and manifest. I think I'll always remember that if I write something, I'll always feel it, and it helps me manifest easily rather than imagining things.
Some people are like auditory learners, some people, are kinesthetic, like you said, and some people are, visual learners. So I think I am more of a visual learner, but imagining this kind of manifestation, I am yet to practice. I think I'll have to see where in which category I fit into. So
Yeah.
yes, but yes, manifestation is definitely, I think, quite trending, I would say, and a lot of people are practicing and it's working wonders.
Yeah.
So,
I think my whole life is a manifestation. Like I feel I whatever I've achieved, touch wood, is like whatever I've manifested, it's worked out for me. I've seen people out there, saying, manifestation doesn't work out for us and all.
mhm,
I'm like, it's a process. You need to give it time. Like everything needs consistency. You cannot be like, you once I did it didn't work out, now I'm stopping it. No, like I truly believe in manifestation, and I also believe in God's plan.
definitely. And I think all of these things that we're talking about needs a lot and lot of patience. If you don't have
Yeah,
patience, what you're manifesting, and if you patience and trust, I would say, if you don't put that patience and trust into it, I don't think things are going to unfold the way you want it to unfold. And definitely,
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel there is a time for everything to fall in the right place. And I think, yes,
Exactly.
we'll be talking about that more probably in,
Yes.
when we hear about your story of how you started budding influencers, and, I mean, what sparked the idea and what drove you to turn that idea into a reality?
So, as like you introduced me that time, you told me that I was working in a digital agency. So, in that agency back in 2019, I, started working on a couple of influencer campaigns. I started talking to these people. I don't think that time, like, that was the first time I heard about the word influencer marketing. And I spoke to say 7, 8 influencers for a brand. And that's when I realized, ki, oh, damn, this is such a crazy thing. And I was like, ki, this is going to be the next big thing. So my friend, like he was also looking for something to do a business for. He's my school friend and now also my co-founder. So I went and I discussed this idea with him, and he's basically from a ed tech background. He's good with sales and everything. So we just decided to like like give it a shot. Let's see how things work.
Mhm.
And also I would like to add this thing that budding influencers is a blessing in disguise. So we actually started our business in the COVID. So basically what happened was that I had lost my job, and even my friend, like my business partner and my friend, he had also lost his job. So that time we just thought of giving budding influencers a shot. We like कि ठीक है चला तो चला नहीं चला तो ठीक है कोई बात नहीं.
Correct.
And I'm glad that it worked out the way it worked out. And also I would like to add this thing that the agency that I was working in that time, today that agency is working with me for all their influencer marketing requirements.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how tables have turned for me,
Yeah.
and I feel I'm pretty blessed that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So proud of you about that. And wow, you are actually doing wonders, is all that I can say. So, and definitely you're blessed with having the right person, the right timing, the right kind of support
Yeah.
for your growth. And I mean, it's, things you can't do always independently. You need people to support you.
Yeah. I always say this thing that I always believe in this quote that you create a business, like you create people, and that those people create your business.
Right.
And I'm very blessed to have also found a very good team since the starting of my business. And there are so many people in my organization who have been working with me since last 3 4 years since I've started, and they're still there with me. They've seen a lot of growth also, and I feel that a lot of credit also goes to my team. And when I say team, I do not, I mean that you need to have right set of people around you.
Right.
Like there'll be so many people who must be coming going, but there are few people who will, like just stand by you, understand your vision, and they'll work with you more as like it is their own company.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel I'm also blessed in that way that I have created a good team today that is there. So today I'm here, I'm talking to you, I know my team is working out there, they're managing everything, so I do not have to worry about that. So yeah.
Right. Truly, true. Even I agree to that. That, I mean, for you to be mentally at peace and, enjoy the rest of your, life, you need that kind of people and that support, to
Yeah.
have, when you are not there, they are there to hold your empire that ways.
Yeah.
So, since you're talking about influencer marketing, can you give us or can you take us into a depth of what is exactly influencer marketing?
So I'll just explain you in a very basic way. So I recently took a workshop with a lot of different ages of people on influencer marketing. So this is how I explain to them. I'll just like break it down for you. So influencer marketing is basically like in earlier days,
Mm-hmm.
like influencer marketing is something that has been going on since a very long time. Like in earlier days, you used to talk to someone, they were wearing say a very good necklace, and you would just go and ask them where did you buy this necklace from, and they would be like, I brought it from XYZ jeweler, and you will also go and buy it from that person. So
Yeah.
that is the same way influencer marketing is. Like that time also you got influenced by that person, today also you're getting influenced by a lot of creators online who are talking about a lot of things. Like it may be good, it may be bad, it may be political, it may be any kind of like social cause people are talking about, people are getting influenced by that. And of course, then there are brands who want particular influencers to promote their products. So I will tell you that influencer marketing is a very growing industry. It is going to reach around 3000 plus crores by
Wow.
2026. That is like say 1.5 years apart. So that is the speed that influencer marketing industry is growing at. So I would like to address one more thing, that there are a lot of people out there. I think had this conversation with you also, that you were asking that is this the right time for me to start? There is the market that is so much clutter, there are so many influencers. I would tell you that this is the right time to start. It doesn't matter how many followers you have, it doesn't matter you have never done this before. Your content is the king. Like if you create good content, you post there, you can still start growing.
Wow, I think that's a great tip. I would say that, it's the right time, and for everybody who's wanting to start, as they say that, you got to start. Start small, but start. That's the important.
Yeah, exactly.
And since you're saying it's a very positive thing for all those people who are wanting to start now, the market might look crowded, but yes, like Sanober said, the time is right. So don't think twice before starting your career, maybe as an influencer marketer. So Sanober,
Yeah.
if in since you've told a bit about what is influencer marketing, are there? I what I have seen on Instagram is that there are various categories of influencers, like mom influencers, tech influencers. There are skincare influencers. So, is there any specific category which is like trending right now on the social media?
So, see, if you see, there are a lot of beauty, lifestyle, makeup creators. There are a lot of those creators which are generally, like very popular. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this category is trending. But in my opinion, a category that I see is growing right now is comedy and entertainment influencers. Because I personally feel that after a very long day, a person just wants to look at something that is very light.
Hmm.
Like they don't want to look at something that's like telling them to buy something or do something. They really want to look at something that is very light. So I feel there are a lot of comedy and entertainment influences that are coming up, that are going trending. So I don't know if you know about Saurabh Gadge. He's a comic influencer. He creates a lot of content in Marathi, and like he has this a whole orange juice gang that does it
Okay.
for him. But I also feel that these guys have grown a lot. I was like I was first only following Saurabh Gadge, and then I started following the whole group. They are creating amazing content. Then there is Krisha Jain. She does not have a lot of followers. I think she must be around 40-45K followers the last time I checked. But I really like her content, creating a very family oriented content. Like every person will relate to her. What is like she creates content on what happens behind the doors of a family of four and everything. So I really like her content. I feel that she's also a very potential influencer who's going to grow. So yeah, I feel that comedy and entertainment is something that is going to be seen a lot in the coming days.
That's interesting. And what you're saying, yes, even I feel with the stress levels that we all are going through, definitely. I mean, when I open Instagram, it's for a little peace of mind where, I want to be distracted from my other things
Right.
that are going on in life. And if I keep seeing someone instructing me how to do and what to do, I mean, it's just something that I would not really want to watch. And definitely,
Yeah.
there's a little dose of laughter. I don't think anybody would mind that. So,
Yeah.
tell us more that are there any crucial skills that one must learn before entering the influencer marketing platform?
So, if you say that on an influencer's point of view, if I tell you that one of the major things that I also tell in my workshops, I also tell people who ask me this thing that you need to be consistent. Okay.
Hmm.
Consistency is the only key for your success. Like, I think you must be aware about Yashraj Mukate. He was creating content since a very long time. I think 5-7 years before his Rasode Kontha went viral during COVID. So he was so consistent in his content, and one day after so many years, one of his content went viral, and today he's a big hit in the industry. So that's the thing. Like you need to be very consistent. You cannot expect I'm creating content since past 2-3 months. Why am I not get going viral yet? You need time. Like even I have started creating content right now. I create a lot of content based on how to be an influencer, about the influencer marketing industry and all. But I do not get a lot of time to create content because of my work and everything. But I'm trying to be regular as well, so I know what I'm missing on. Like if you not post for a lot of days, your reach drops. I know the repercussions, but again, like I have too much on my plate right now, so it's getting a little bit difficult. But I'm hoping that I again start creating content.
So basically, you're trying to tell us that consistency is important, and we got to, even if I mean, don't feel sad about that if if your content is not reaching at a point, but just be consistent in posting. There will be a
Yeah.
time where you will go viral.
Yeah, so you will of course improve. Like if you see my first content that I had posted and the content that I am posting today, I have also improved my content. Even like I realized that when I took my
Hmm.
first workshop was a flop show. Now when I'm on my fifth, sixth workshop, I have realized that I have also developed with it. I have also increased, like I have also developed my skills with all the feedback and everything. So the same thing happens. The more and more you create content, the more and more your content will also improve. You will also understand, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. You cannot be like, yo, one day I'm creating a content and I want to be viral. It's a whole learning process. You also learn.
Right, right. So is there, I mean, if I'm an influencer, how do I know what content should I be posting? And what will be that content which will actually add spice and relate to people?
So, see, the thing is that firstly, you need to figure out who your audience is. For
Okay.
example, I'll take my example.
Hmm.
I know that I have a lot of knowledge about influencer marketing industry, and I know what brands are wanting today. I know what audience is wanting today, and that's why I'm creating content for influencers. So I know that my audience is going to be influencer. I'm not creating content for anyone else. So I've defined my audience that way.
Okay.
For you, if you are saying that with Nuskas with Anushka, you want to reach to the common people, then your audience widens. So that's how you decide your audience. Once you have decided your audience, then you can create content about whatever your audience likes. but it is not necessary. Like for example, I will tell you, I'm pretty sure you are aware about Ranveer Allabadia bare biceps.
Yeah,
When he started, he was a fitness influencer. Then he went to male lifestyle, and today he's one of the famous podcasters. So that's how he changed his niche. He knew what worked best for him. Even Kusha Kapila, for that matter, she started as a fashion influencer, and then today she's one of the best entertainment and comic influencers that we know today.
true.
So, like they were also creating content, they also learned from what content they were creating, and they also evolved that way.
So
So
would
I
you
would
say?
say you need to try a lot of things. You need to
Hmm.
see what your audience is liking. So for me, I know my audience is, influencers. I get a lot of good views also on my posts and everything. Only my problem is that I cannot be consistent. I know I should be more consistent.
Right. So it's basically all about a trial and error method,
Yeah,
that you have to follow to see what content is more engaging with your audience.
yeah. So I'll give you one more example. Like when I started creating content, I was creating more content on entrepreneurship. But then I realized that there are already people who are creating content on entrepreneurship.
Hmm.
But when I started creating content on influencer related things, what they should do, how they should do, I see that my reach is growing. So that's how I realized कि, okay, this is demand in the market, and I don't think a lot of people are, like fulfilling it. So that's why I like switched my content type as well.
Right. So in budding influencers, when you do you hire influencers as part of your agency, or do you accordingly engage them as per projects, like it's a project based engagement?
So basically, I'll give you a little bit insight on budding influencers. So we work with all kinds of influencers, right from nano to celebrity.
Okay.
Okay. So for nano micro influencers, they like come on our platform, register with us. If we have any campaigns that goes well with them, we send them an email and all. But when you see mid macros and macro influencers, celebrity influencers, we approach them for project basis. So it is very like wide. Like we work as a 360-degree influencer marketing agency. So we not only just give them influences, but we also help them with shoots, productions. We also help them to become influencers by taking workshops. Soon we are also like we also do their PR with our budding stories, and then we are also going to launch our talent area soon. So we are also doing that. So we are like aiming to become a 360-degree influencer marketing agency.
Wow, it's like a one stop shop, for all your
Yeah,
influencer queries.
yeah.
That's great. So tell us, are there any legal guidelines per se, that these influencers have to follow when they are posting on the social media?
Yes, of course. So ASCII has set some guidelines for the influencers.
Whoa.
ASCII is basically Advertising Standard Council of India.
Okay.
It helps us to set a certain rule for advertising. So if you're promoting a brand, firstly you have to disclose it. Like you will have to mention it like it's a paid promotion or hashtag ad, hashtag collaborations in your captions. If you do not do so, then there are legal charges on you as well as the brand. So I will tell you, recently there was an incident like couple of years back. Virat Kohli posted about a university, and he did not mention that it was a collaboration, and there were some legal actions taken on him as well as the university that he was promoting. So yeah, so they are very strict, and ASCII works very closely with the government also. So if you go to see this thing now, government has also started recognizing influencer marketing as a career. You can say recently we had creators award where our prime minister was felicitating a lot of influencers and creators in the industry. So yeah, now even the government has started recognizing influencer marketing and getting the recognition that it has always wanted.
I'm quite, I mean, it's very impressive that, yes, I mean, with so many people into this field, I'm definitely sure that uh, this is going to just keep growing and growing. This market is going to keep growing. And like you said, the
Yeah.
numbers are tremendous. So, yes. So, Sanobar, give me three such follow suggestions. You know, those are like must follow influencers on the Instagram. And why would you say so?
So first is of course Nikhil Kamath. Like I have seen a lot of podcasts, but I really like he does not creates a lot of podcasts, but I really like the quality of questions and all he asks. He talks about very general things, very informative things. So I really like him. I like watching his podcast, and I think people should also watch it. Second is in a finance category. So I'll tell you, like, I'm very good at marketing and all, but my finance is not that good. So I follow Neha Nagarkar. Her content is very good, very informative. She gives us a lot of information about what is happening. And then apart from that, I also follow Raj Shamani. Raj Shamani again creates a mix of content. Like he also creates podcasts and he also gives you a lot of informative content. So I really like for watching his podcast, his content. Also, I feel he talks about a lot of social issues also that is happening, and he like his podcast generally has a lot of lawyers. Like recently, I saw one with there was a divorce lawyer. Then there was some guy from
Mhm.
medical who was talking about something. So yeah, I
Right.
mean, he also like he has a variety of people coming on his podcasts from
Right.
different backgrounds.
Yeah, you
So
get
I
like a
really
lot of
enjoy that as
people,
well.
at the same place, so it becomes more interesting to know stories.
Yeah, yeah. And if you ask me in the comedy genre, if I really like watching someone, that's the Orange Juice Gang. I really love the content
Uh-huh.
that they create, very funny content.
So, tell us, I mean, how does the payment system work in your industry? Do your clients pay you upfront, or there's that still tedious negotiations and follow-ups that you have to, go through?
Of course, in any industry you go, like influencer marketing. So one of the advantages that we have is that we are kind of first movers in this industry. We started when there were hardly, people doing it or hardly agencies doing it. Today there are around more than 1,000 plus agencies of influencer marketing. When we started, there were hardly say 10 20 agencies who were just doing influencer marketing, and then there were digital agencies
Okay.
who had started doing influencer marketing. So we kind of have that advantage in the market. But also of course there are a lot of negotiations that always happen, and there are a lot of follow-ups and all that you always have to do. So that is, I think, very common in all the
Mm-hmm.
industries. That
So, like,
is
if
going to
you're
be there.
saying that, your competitors have increased to a drastic number past few years, what is such a thing that, you feel that you are lacking yet and they have, you know, taken that up in the market? Anything in
So, I feel, if you honestly ask me, I feel that we are a bit late for tech, but also I would like to take the opportunity to tell you on this platform that we are launching our tech soon. Our tech will be
wow,
live by
great.
December end. So hopefully by end of this year, we will
Uh-huh.
also be a tech-based company. But yeah, I think that is something that we are a bit late to do so. But I
True,
always believe in this thing, better
true.
late than never.
So,
So
I
yeah.
mean, we've spoken about your successes and your growth, but during all these things, whenever someone's growing, there's got to be setbacks, there's got to be failures. So, I'm sure that you also must have faced some of these, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, of course, there are failures. Like, I would say that entrepreneurship is a very difficult journey. I always say this to people. Like, a lot of my friends tell me this thing, "Kyare, you are so chill, you are your own boss, you don't have to do anything." I'm like, no, it's not like this. Grass is always greener on the other side. I always tell them कि guys तुमको एक डिपार्टमेंट के 10 काम रहते हैं, मुझे 10 डिपार्टमेंट के 10 काम रहते हैं. And of course I feel that you really need a lot of guts to be an entrepreneur, because every day is not going to be the same. Sometimes you are making a lot of profit, sometimes you're also making losses, sometimes it's a good day, sometimes it's a bad day, sometimes something else is happening. So it's a very crazy ride. I mean, I when I was starting budding influencers, I was under the impression कि अरे क्या ही करना होता है, कर लेंगे. Today I'm like, बाप रे. But yeah, I really feel that to all the entrepreneurs out there, like even the small businesses, the big businesses, today I'm an entrepreneur. I really see them, like I really admire them, because I know how much guts it takes to have such a big team, to handle them, to handle clients and everything. And yeah, of course there are setbacks, like we have our own setbacks. But yeah, I always believe that everything you learn in your entrepreneurship journey is a lesson. So we have always taken it as a learning, and we have always moved
That's a very,
past it.
yeah,
And more, yeah. So more importantly, I feel you need to have good people to support you. Like in my case, of course, my parents are very supportive people, so they really supported me during my hard times. And of course, then there are friends like you who are like a constant cheerleader. They were like, okay, fine, whatever, it's just gonna come out
that's
of
a
it.
very
So
positive
yeah.
mindset. I would say that not all of us have that kind of mindset. And to have this mindset, I'm sure you must have, like you said, the mindfulness practices and everything that you do, and consistently that you're doing, your manifestations, your affirmations. I think these things keep you going and keep you positive throughout all of these setbacks and failures that we face in life.
Of course, you
Hmm.
really, like, you need to be headstrong. I would say you need to be headstrong. If you're not headstrong, you're gonna just run away. But if you ask me, one thing is that I always tell this to my friends also, if they, like discuss any business related problems with me, I always tell them that don't give up, yeah, guys. Don't give up. Like today you are struggling, maybe tomorrow you will see
Right.
that it's all going to be worth it. Like I know this thing, so I always tell them this thing that you're just one step away, and if you give up right now, you'll never be there.
True.
So just don't give
There
up.
should not be any regrets per se. Whatever's happening is happening for a purpose, maybe for a bigger purpose. And I don't know when we might realize, but we will realize at some point of time. So,
Of
I mean, looking
course,
back,
of course.
Sanover, what wisdom would you impart to your younger self who's just probably starting out her journey?
So I will just share
Yeah.
a small story with you for this. So I will just tell you कि back in 2019, I was applying for my Canada's visa. We were four friends who had applied together. Three of them got that visa, and my visa got rejected. Like visa getting rejected during that time, and that too visa
Okay.
for Canada was very rare. Okay, so my visa got rejected, and I was very disheartened. I was very heartbroken. I was really depressed. Everyone got their admissions, everyone got their visa, everyone's moving out, and I'm just stuck here. I didn't do anything, I didn't get anything, and I was really depressed at that point of time, because I was in the position that I didn't know what to do with my life now, because things were not
Mm-hmm.
going as per my plan. But then lockdown happened, COVID happened, and then budding influencers happened. So I always had this thing that I want to become an entrepreneur in my life. But it was somewhere around like my 30, 35. I was like, yeah, I'll settle down first, I'll work for a few years, then I'll start my own business. But I always wanted to do that. So that's how God made my path, and my visa got rejected. I started my own business. And if you today ask me that would I want that visa, I would be like, no, I do not want that visa. I'm very happy where I am, touch wood. And also, if you ask me, if I want to tell something to my younger self, is that just chill. Things are going to be working out the way. Believe in God. God's plan is better than yours, and you will exactly be where you want to be. Like I wanted to be an entrepreneur at my age of 30, 35. God made me an entrepreneur at the age of 23. I was
He
23 when I
had a lot of
started. So
expectations from the younger
that's how things
Sanover. I
work
mean,
out.
he didn't want to be all old at 35 because such a powerhouse, such a
Yeah.
energy, I mean, full of energy person that God was like, let me utilize her at her younger days when she's full of energy.
Yeah. Like I also think about, like, lately I was talking to my co-founder about this thing, and I was just telling him that, if today you would have told me to start a business where I would be earning, say, 2.5 lakhs per month, I
Yeah,
wouldn't have, left that job and started a business today with you. But that time I had that much energy. I was like, okay, fine, whatever, let's just do it. If it doesn't work
yeah.
out, we'll see what to do. So
I
yeah.
think yes, it's just the perfect timing, the right place, and the right people. I think it's a combination, a blend of all the three that has to fit in correctly. So, Sanobar, tell us,
Yeah.
we've heard a little bit on your professional front. I would also want to hear a little bit on your personal front. So, tell me, are there any plans of settling down or, any significant life changes on the horizon? And what are your thoughts about that?
So yeah, of course, I would want to settle down in a year or a couple of years, and of course, I would like to settle down, have my own family. But I would also like to add this thing that I've seen this a lot lately, and this is not just my opinion, but all of my working friends who are women are facing this issue today. That is that a lot of men today in this era are also not ready for a strong, independent woman. They still want a person who wants to come home, handle their house, do not want to work and everything. So I feel there are very rare guys today who are ready for such a strong independent woman. Otherwise, it's not. And it's not just my opinion, it's like a lot of girls are facing this
Yes, I've
issue
I've
at
heard
my
of
end.
these issues also from some of the other women I know, and I mean, yes, that's what is causing a little delay also in their marriage, where they probably had the plans to settle down a little bit more earlier,
Yeah.
but because of this, where and I feel when you reach a certain point of I mean, level in your life, you can't compromise on these things. And the other person also needs to understand where you're coming from and what's your background and what kind of hardships or, your journey has been. Nobody is willing to give that up. You have put in a lot of hard work and sweat into a journey, and just giving it away, I don't think it's anyone would really, you know, be up for it.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll just share an incident with you. Like one of the rishtas that I got through arranged marriage had this demand that the girl should not work after marriage, and my father was just like, she did so much in her life, not just to become a housewife. So my dad was like straight up, no, this is not happening. So yeah, of course, like I have worked so hard so many years, and asking me to leave my career just to get married is, in this generation, like it's
Yeah,
2024,
I
it's
agree.
pretty
And
stupid,
the
I feel.
best part, Sanobar, is that your parents are your support system here and they're supporting you in this cause.
So touch wood, like I'm really blessed to have such parents and such grandparents. So it's a very,
That's
like,
that's
I'm touch wood,
sweet.
I'm very
And yes, you
blessed.
are lucky definitely in that front. So tell us your vision for the
Yeah.
future. What's there on your mind?
So of course, there are a lot of things on my mind right now, but as I already told you, that we are our first priority is
Hmm.
that we're converting into a tech company. Apart from that, also I'm trying to do a lot of more workshops, train a lot of influencers, and also become an influencer and
Uh-huh.
content creator myself, because I'm like, this is what I'm teaching the world. I need to do it first. So yeah, that's also on the plate. So there is a lot happening. I think maybe the next year, if I'm on your podcast again, I will have a lot of things to share with you. So on the back
Wow,
of
that
those, there is a
sounds
lot of
super
things.
exciting. And yes, I definitely, I just have all blessings and all good vibes for you. May you keep growing, growing, growing. So, as a season,
That's true. And thank you for being my
always.
constant cheerleader, always. Like, I don't know, but I would like to say this on the podcast today, that Anushka is my senior from school. She has always been there to support me, to protect me. I remember even if in school I used to have a fight with someone, I just used to go like, Anushka, usne mere ko aisa bola, and she used to be like, wait, I'll show it, show it to them. So she's always been like an elder sister to me, and I'm so glad that I'm the
Yes,
first
I don't
guest
know.
on.
I since you're saying this, I recollect that I was like, I don't know why I had this kind of मतलब पता नहीं एक ऐसे फीलिंग होती है ना कि आई एम द प्रोटेक्टर ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स एंड माय सर्कल एंड आई हैव टू go and solve all their problems, and I think I've just been like that for everybody. Yeah, but I'm really
Yeah,
grateful that
definitely.
you pointed it out, and it just, I mean, I was just down the memory lane. Thank you for that.
I also remember Anushka not letting anyone sit on my seat. So we used to travel in the same bus, and she was like, "नहीं यहाँ पर
I
सनोबर
remember.
ही बैठेगी, कोई और नहीं बैठेगा." So yeah, we have had some great childhood memories as well, and I think we have all grown. We have seen each other grow, and not only just professionally
Yeah,
but also personally in our
it's
lives.
been 15 plus years
That's a
since we
great
known each
thing.
other, and our friendship blossomed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, damn, 15 years feels
True, I
old.
know. So, as a seasoned expert, Sanober, in influencer marketing, what is that special nuska you would want to share with influencers aiming to grow their presence across social media platforms?
Create good content. Please create good content. So I will give you a very basic example that I know people who have millions of followers and who create vulgar content, and no brands want to collaborate with them because they think, okay, if we collaborate with them, our brand will be demeaned or something like that. And I know people who have around 10,000, 20,000 followers, but they create such an amazing content. So of course, the kind of content that you are creating is going to take you forward. And of course, as I already mentioned, there needs to be consistency. But of course, your content quality, the kind of content you're producing also needs to be very good. Like you cannot go out there, talk shit about people, or like roasts. Of course, roasting is also one of the thing, but you cannot like, I always tell this thing to people that don't be religious, don't be political in your content. Create good content, create content that people would like to see. Also, do not create a lot of
So,
vulgar
basically,
content.
avoid controversies and focus on good quality and consistency.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, you can also like people have become famous through doing controversies and all, because in our industry we say that no PR is a bad PR. But I do not like, I personally do not recommend doing that. Like there have been so many people who have told me also to do this thing, but I am very against this thing. I'm like, no, I am a very neutral person. And also, it's about that. Why do you wanna spread hatred on the internet? Like, be a
Right.
good person, be a lovable person. More than what people are saying, you yourself. Why do you like? I don't know about others, but we have grown in that environment where like everything is very lovable for us. So why do like, I don't understand why do people do that. But again, it's their own thing. But I personally suggest, like even in my workshops I tell this thing that do not create political content, do not create religious content, create content that is loved by people. Like people should love you for your content, not
Right.
hate you for your content. Like you are an influencer. As an influencers, you must have also seen all the big influencers refrain from commenting on these any of these things, because they also understand that they are an influencer, they're influencing people, they have a very big
Right.
responsibility towards the society. So that is something that
That's a
you need to
great
keep
tip,
in mind.
Sanobar. Also, give us some nuskas for the budding entrepreneurs who are just about to start their journey.
Say ki you should firstly, you should love what you're doing. Like even on the bad days, I love what I do. So it's never like this. Like even if I'm having a bad day, I would never say that I don't want to go to office. I do not want to work. I love what I do. So because if you love what you do, you won't work any day for just money. Of course, money is the ultimate goal, but that would be a secondary goal. First, you're working because you're loving what you do. And the second tip that I would like to give you guys is do not give up. Like, your journey is going to be full of ups and downs, but just do not give up. Keep going, keep hustling. You may take couple of time to be there, but you will eventually be there. Like, I always tell this to people that you are this close to your goal before you give up. So just don't give up. Like, you're gonna have worse days also. So just be prepared for it. Be headstrong. It's like if you're having a bad, I always tell this thing कि भाई, even if like वक्त है अच्छा हो या बुरा हो, it just goes away. So even if it's like a bad time, is just gonna pass.
Yeah,
You just
on
have to
this
be
note, I mean,
strong.
even I've read this somewhere that no time is permanent. अच्छा टाइम चल रहा है वो भी परमानेंट नहीं है. कभी ना कभी बैड टाइम देखना पड़ेगा और बैड टाइम देख रहे हो तो अच्छा टाइम भी आएगा. That is also not permanent. So it's just time and everything will pass. I mean, everything just has the right timing and just you just need to be patient to go through it. So yes, thank you for that lovely tip, and I'm
Right.
sure it's gonna do wonders for everyone who's listening. Now, a little bit fun. Tell us a little fun fact about you, which no one knows, not even me.
I am a very lazy person. Like, I really like to
Yeah.
sleep a lot. Like, whenever, like, if you're calling me on a weekend, like, if you're calling me at 2, you're calling me at 3, all of my friends are like, are you still sleeping? I know it's a weekend, but wake up. So, yeah,
Hmm.
I do
And
like
I
to
would
sleep
also
a
want
lot.
to add one more fun fact about her. That if I don't know if people know it, I think a lot of people must have faced it. She is never on time. You have to be behind her life. You have to call her 10 times. If we decide one time to meet, she's going to come 1 hour, 1.5 hour late. So, this is also one fun fact about Sanober. I'm sure a lot of y'all will resonate with me. So, yes,
Yeah, of course, that is there. But actually, Anushka is my only friend who comes on time.
that's why I have so many
So, yeah, I am
expectations
not
from
at
her to
fault.
come on time. Yeah, so Sanovar, if you could have, you would have had a superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
If I would have had a superpower, I think I would not be late to places.
I'm glad you are using this superpower for a very good purpose, and a lot of people will admire you for this quality. So yes, good superpower, I would say. So yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of fun chatter.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, even if I wake up at 7:38, I'm still late. And I know people who wake up at 9:30, and they're still on time. And I'm like, how?
No,
How
but
is
you
this
tell me,
happening?
I hope you're
So
punctual
yeah,
with
I
your
think,
client meetings.
of course, that I'm just
Hmm.
punctual in my professional life. I am not punctual anywhere else. But yeah, for client meetings and all, I go like I reach 5 minutes before. That is a professionalism that I
Wow.
follow.
So
Apart from
she's just
that, so
taken her
no.
personal life and friends like us for granted. Otherwise,
No, even my parents are tired
that's
of this
crazy.
thing. They are also like, she's always late only. So now my parents have started giving me half an hour pehle ka
Mhm.
time. कि, okay, you get ready by this time. So still, after giving that
Yeah.
time also, I'm late only. So yeah, I think only my clients are
I
happy
think
with
they
my
should be
timings.
because I think ultimately what you're delivering to them and the kind of I would say the quality and everything, your expertise is just out of the place and it's amazing. So I'm sure.
Yeah. But you know what? I read this somewhere. The people who are always
Oh yeah,
late
of
are very
course.
intelligent.
Okay, I get that. So it's been a lot of fun chatting with Sanober today, and I would say thank you, Sanober, for sharing your inspiring story, valuable insights, and expert advice with us today. Your journey from a digital marketing enthusiast to a successful entrepreneur and influencer marketing expert is truly, truly motivating. To all our listeners, I hope you enjoyed this episode and gained valuable takeaways from Sanober's experiences. Remember, success is not just about achieving milestones, but also about staying true to yourself, prioritizing your mental health, and embracing challenges as opportunities. If you would like to connect with Sanober and learn more about budding influencers, do check out the link below. And thank you, and definitely
Follow,
follow
guys,
her
follow.
for amazing content. Join us next time for more such inspiring conversations and valuable insights from all the experts in their fields. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow the page and spread the word. So, until next time, stay curious, stay receptive. Bye bye.